Hey, today we're going to dive into a short story called Lost Words on the Metro. But we're not just reading it for the fun of it, we're actually going to use it to practice a really important skill, finding specific answers that are hidden right inside the text. Think of yourself as a detective, okay? We're on the hunt for clues. Let's get into it. So, yeah, this is our big question for today. How do we actually find those answers that are tucked away in a story? Well, we're going to break the story down piece by piece. Ask a few questions, and then we'll hunt for the exact words and phrases that give us a solution. It's a really great way to get better at understanding what you read. All right, so our story kicks off in the beautiful, bustling city of Barcelona. We meet our main character, a young guy named Malik. And he's not just there on vacation. Nope, he's there for a reason, on a mission that's really important to him. Okay, first question. Of all the places in the world, why Barcelona? The story tells us that people tried to get him to go somewhere else, but he wouldn't change his mind. So what was so special about this city? Let's dig into the text and see what we can find. And boom, there it is. Right in that one sentence, we get our answer. It was a childhood dream to see this famous football stadium. You see, the clue was right there at the very beginning of the story, and it sets the stage for everything else that's about to happen. So to put it simply, this wasn't just any trip. This was about making a dream he's had since he was a kid come true. And, understanding why he's there, his motivation, is really key to understanding the rest of his journey. All right, next up, Malik is on his way to the stadium. But to get there, he's got to navigate the busy, kind of chaotic world of the Barcelona Metro. He gets to the platform, and it is crowded and a little overwhelming. So Malik does what seems like the smart, safe thing to do. He stands back from the edge of the platform. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? But the story tells us this actually caused a problem for him. So, what went wrong? The text gives us such a clear picture here. Did you notice those powerful words the author used? Blocking, bolting, colliding. I mean, these words really paint a picture of total chaos and show us exactly why his safe move was actually the wrong move. So, the takeaway here is that his good intention kind of backfired. By trying to stay out of danger from the train, he accidentally made himself an obstacle for all the people rushing around him. Hey, let's pause on a great word from that quote, bolting. It just means to move really, really fast and suddenly. So when the story says the commuters were bolting, it's a vivid way of saying they were just rushing all over the place. That's a fantastic word to add to your vocabulary. So the chaos isn't over yet. The train pulls up and everybody starts pushing to get on board. But in the middle of all this, Malik notices something that really surprises him. What do you think catches his attention? Turns out, he was surprised that there was no system at all. Just a total free-for-all of people getting on and off. He expected it to be, well, more organized. This little detail actually tells us something about Malik, doesn't it? He's an observer. He pays attention to how things work. Okay, so Malik finally squeezes his way onto the train. And if you thought the platform was crowded, well, let's just say the inside of the train carriage is a whole other level of intense. I love how this story shows us this. It uses a very simple but really effective comparison. On the platform, it felt cramped, but inside the carriage, it seemed worse. Right there, we can feel his sense of being overwhelmed just getting stronger. So what's everyone else up to? Well, it's a scene that's probably pretty familiar to all of us, right? Most people are just lost in their own little worlds, staring at their phones, listening to music with their headphones in. Everyone's kind of disconnected, just trying to keep their balance and wait for their stop. But even with all the people and the movement of the train, Malik starts to adjust. That phrase, to find his footing and feel anchored, is just a beautiful way of saying that he started to feel more stable, more comfortable. He's adapting. And now, the story shifts a bit. In the middle of this anonymous, crowded train car, Malik's attention gets drawn to two people in particular, an elderly couple, just sitting there quietly. And this moment, this becomes the real emotional heart of the whole story. So when Malik sees this couple, it's not just a random observation. It triggers something deep inside him, something really personal. It connects to his own life. What's the memory that pops into his head? And there's our answer, simple and direct. They reminded him of his own grandparents. Imagine that. You're in a huge, crowded foreign city, and for a moment, you see something that's a powerful, comforting link to your home and your family. No wonder it affected him. Oh, and then comes that super awkward moment we've all experienced. The old man looks up and catches Malik looking at them, and Malik immediately feels embarrassed. He blushes. Why? Why does he have that reaction? What's he worried about? Well, the reason is actually really simple, and I think we can all relate to it. He wasn't staring to be rude, of course. He was just lost in a sweet memory. But he was worried that's how it looked to the old man, and getting caught in that moment made him feel really self-conscious. And this is where we get to the climax of the story. The couple gets up and leaves the train. The doors close. The chance to say something, to connect, is gone. And just then, Malik sees it. The old man left his book behind on the seat. A missed opportunity. The story doesn't just tie everything up in a neat little bow. Instead, it leaves us right there, in that moment, with that feeling of a missed connection. And it leaves us with a question. So now that question is for you. So, what do you think? It's so easy to stay silent, isn't it? Especially in a crowded public place, it's often safer, it's definitely simpler. But what do we lose when we do that? What about those little chances to help someone or just to connect? This story, Lost Words on the Metro, leaves us thinking about those small moments and the split-second choices we make. So I'll ask you, what would you have done?